I'm Loudon Joseph Bardwell. I was born in a small village in Dominica called the Point Michel. I was born on the 18th of March 1924. Give me about, I will be about 95 on Monday. Well, I cannot complain because in Dominica nobody had nothing. no, no money in Dominica, and and no work neither. See, and I was lucky to get a job in the council, in Rosso Council, but job is not common in Dominica. I was doing the mason job for the council, putting those slabs in the road, and different mason job for the council. I was building houses for other people, really, with other thing, but I was not building for the council. It's only mostly road work I was doing for the council. The first time I met my wife, well, she was not my wife at that time. I used to go down to town on my bicycle, and so when I passed in a town called Lubia where she lived, and as I looked, I saw somebody, a girl, just at the end of the road. So my eyes just glimpsed at her. I didn't say nothing, but she shouted at me and said, "Who are you looking at?" And she tell me, "Do I take your money?" So I saw that she's rude, so I just go and pass and go. The following day I saw her again. I didn't even look at her because I saw that she's rude, so I didn't have nothing to do with her. But so on a Sunday, I and a friend of mine we was going on another village, and when we reached on a place they call La Le Coco, that's coconut estate, and we saw four girls sit down on a bench, and we didn't know who they were. But when we reached by them, we saw one of them was Chris. So we stopped and they asked us to give them a ride and teach them to ride. So we stopped and give them a ride and push them. See? So that Sunday and the following Sunday we go down again and we saw them, and about 4 Sunday, and we was giving them a ride, and that's how we acquainted. Every night I used to go on to her village, because her village and Point Michel and Loubier is about quarter of an hour walk. So every night I was going down there, and then we became acquainted and going out at night. See, and that's how we met. In Dominica, we were only getting it was $13, $13 a week, and this comes to about £2.50 a week in Dominica. And we thought England would be about £10 a week. And when we came up to England, I was getting about £3 a week. See? But we were satisfied because things was very cheap in England and all. Anything was cheap at that time. I came up to London on the Auriga, and it was a very old boat, really, but it was very nice inside. You got dancing and cinema, everything in it. It was very good, and it was a straight boat from Dominica to London, straight. That would be about 13 days. I came with my sister, my big sister. And there was on the boat was about 500 Jamaican and maybe 200 different West Indies and different places. But it was very good on the boat anyway. The food was good and thing. But one time the wave was so high we cannot eat on the table. The table was just falling down. It was very rough. The sea was very rough that time. It was 6 of us on a bunk. Because so many there, you cannot get a bunk for you alone. There was over 1,000 people on the boat. The Windrush is about 3 years after us. It was we came up 55, and now the Windrush was about 57. In fact, if you haven't got somebody in England before, it's best not to come. See? But we were lucky. Ty was there, and so he got a small room for us. And that time, 4 of us in our room, just a small room, and 4 of us, 1 bed, and 4 of us. And it was lucky that two of us was working nights and 2 was working day. See? And anyway, we were because you have to keep it because that's how it was that time. My father them lent me £69. That was the passage. I'm thinking that time, £69, and because that time we couldn't get them that money. We can't buy a cigarette that time. So my father lent me that money, and when after a year, I phoned him and said I got his money, so either I sent it to him or I got a friend, if he can lend a friend the money. So he told me, well, lend him the money. See? Because I didn't want to send for Chris on his money, see? Because I don't want nobody to say that he lent me money and I sent for my girlfriend before. Before I said I give him the money, because that time she was only my girlfriend. We didn't married yet. About a year after when I came up here, I sent for Chris. Then she sent, after 6 months, she sent for Virginia, my daughter. And then I think about 6 months after, we got married. Well, life was very rough, really, because if you haven't got somebody there before you, it's useless for you to come here. Because when I came up here, we had my cousin husband, and it's he that get that room for us, a 1-bedroom house, one bedroom, and 4 of us in 1 bedroom, and there was only 1 bed. But it was a good job that 2 of us was working night and 2 was working in the day. Otherwise, I don't know how we could think. Oh, my dad, I don't know him at all. My dad, as I said before, my dad, he go to St. Thomas when I was 9 months, and he come back when I was about 21, or just over 21. So I do not know him at all, really. And when he came, about 3 years after, that's when I came up here. So he's not a man I know at all. My mother was a very good lady. Her name is Josephine, and she was very good. Really. In fact, it's my mother. Without my mother, maybe we wouldn't live, really, because it's she that had to go in the garden and get food, because my father didn't worry about us. Well, my mother died about when she was about 80, and she was a very good lady, really. She was like a midwife, yeah, and in fact, because you couldn't get a doctor that time in Dominica that time, If something happened to you at night, you have to die. No doctor will come. They don't come in the day, much less in the night. Oh, there was a very backward place, really, that time. Well, not there alone, in the whole West Indies that time. My brother, his name is Harold Badwill, the same name as my father. My father was Harold Badwill also. And so I only saw him when about 3 years ago when he came up here. And that's the first time I saw him. And I know him, in fact. I heard they said, I heard my father said that he got a son, but I never know him. So he came up here, and he came here, and he stayed there about 4 hours, and then he go by Rose. And I think he come back again in a Badwill reunion, and that's the last time I saw him anyway. When I was going to school, my teachers was nuns. See? And when, if you do anything, and in fact, if you don't even do your lesson, they have to call you and give you about 12 thing. They got a thing like a cane, like a half a cane, and you get about 12 lashes like this. So that's why we raise up more thing than you all, because even now the government don't want parents to hit their children. See? But it was not this. When I raised up, you got a lashes really. You do something wrong, you got the lashes, and then you remember for you not to do it again. I love my family, all of them. My daughters, my children, my grandchildren and great grandchildren. I love all of them. So, and in Dominica is different than here. See, because in Dominica, a child behaving, and not even in Dominica, here when your grandma was alive, and if any children behaving, he just tell them, I'll stop you, see? And so through this they are frightened, but now the children don't frighten of you all. What advice I should give them, and children, all of you all, just satisfied with what you all got. If you got a punk, satisfied with it. Do not go higher to sing or to steal because you want more. See? I never had any trouble with any police, neither Dominica or here. I don't even know where a police station is. Yeah. So I prefer to live like this than to want things you cannot get, you cannot buy. See, that's what brings trouble really. Or sometime you saw your friend got things, a lot of things, but you don't know how to get it. See? And you want it. You want to follow them. You see, that's how it is. What I think the best thing to satisfy what you got, and things will be all right.
Always fading, never changing. I miss you at home. It's too late, you already gone. Time won't let me forget. Silver box that you laid on my window. The rustic corners, silver paintings, always fading, never changing. I miss you at home. I miss you at home. I'm missing you at home. I'm missing you at home. I miss you at home. I miss you at home. I'm missing you at home. I'm missing you at home. I miss you at home.